Wagwan. Welcome back to another episode of the Yaadi Culture Fimi Style podcast. And we just want to say big up on yourself for the 2021 and beyond. We just want to say more life, health, and prosperity for everybody. And by extension, through this podcast, we want to continue to showcase our culture, to showcase our lifestyle, and to showcase how generally persons used to live in yesteryear compared to present time, and how we still use some of the same culturistic aspects of what persons did then, and we are still using it now. As you see on your screen, this episode is about, yes, a river Lyme, but this river Lyme is unconventional. Well, first and foremost, we are on our way to Caanan Heights. Yes, Caanan Heights in Maypen, Clarendon, and we are going to enjoy an aspect of the Rio Minho. Yeah, man, we're going to do some bamboo fishing. Yes, bamboo fishing with bamboo and line and normal bait. So we'll go to the rudiments of digging your bait, setting up your whole bamboo for catching your fish, and by extension, have some fun on the river. So stay tuned with us as you watch our trek to the river, preparation for, and as usual, pick up on yourself and enjoy the episode. Called Rio de la Mina by the Spaniards, this translates to River of the Mind. Rio Minho is the longest river in the island with a length of 92.8 kilometers and spanning across the majority of the parish of Clarendon. Rising in the mountains near to the town of Spaldings, the Rio Minho flows the entire length of the parish of Clarendon, discharging in the sea at Carlisle Bay. Now, conventionally, there are a lot of uses for rivers or rivers in Jamaica. First, it is for providing water for domestic use. And as we all know, for drinking, for washing, for general domestic use. 2, for the animals to drink water from. 3, for irrigation. Generally, farmers would carry water from the river, or they would set up an irrigation system where they can get water sent to their farm from the river. 4, most noteworthy, recreational activities. Yeah, man. For the swimming, for the river Lyme, for the whole fun-having aspect of using the river, for the whole rafting, and sometimes in cases for serious things like transportation, goods across the river through a raft, etc. And 5, for providing an income stream. Naturally, fisher folk will be using the river to catch fish or various other sea creatures for selling, and by extension income generation for themselves and their families. So these are uses of, and conventionally, Rio Minho is a popular river here in Jamaica. Various aspects of the river fall in various aspects of the parish, so you can conventionally just stop anywhere it flows and you should have a nice river Lyme. It is a wonderful and beautiful river depending on where you stop. Alright, Wagwan people, bless up on yourself. It is Yaadi Culture again with another topical issue that is surrounding our people, crime and violence generally, but generally our people. Now, recently I went to a spot and I was getting some work done on a vehicle, and across the road, this is some other drink and smoke, and that's what I said, I was like a braff. Drink and smoke and listen to some music. Nah, no problem with that. When we have problem now when they listen to this type of music for the duration of the 4 hours that I was there, and the type of music when man them play, I was more concerned, Now, I hear nothing but upliftment. A man say, oh, we want to sing some style. No. Oh, we want to start some business. No. We want to see if we can own this. No. We want to see if we can do this. No. The only thing I hear about is chop off hand, chop off head, chop off foot, kill him, kill her, kill she, kill them, kill family. All of them are beat me. That doesn't make no sense to me. I know that if you add negative plus negative to equal negative, it can't equal positive. And me and you know say what you put out in the universe When you throw it in the universe and when you get back, it's not possible for you to keep throwing out negativity every single time. You feed the soul with negativity and throw negativity in the ear and expect positive energy back. Come on, man. Be realistic, man. As Jamaicans, me I beg you. Make us think about what it is that we're doing. When I say people can't live their life and with a little enjoyment, A Christmas as they call it, a holiday, and they want to sit down and with a little cup of broth or whatever they want to call it. Have a little enjoyment. Each of us have our own ways of enjoying ourselves. However, let us be mindful of the decisions we make when we're enjoying ourselves. You can't speak to somebody around you, you listen to tune in, brother and sister, and then in your mind, this is just a song that you are passing off, that's just a song. However, somebody else is there beside you. We are pre that in real life. We want to try them something in a real life. We see how people are kidnapping people 18 months old picking it. We see how people are killing old women and young baby and young picnic, girls and children dying because of them stupidity. Don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming the music, I'm not blaming the music. I am blaming you, the person who decided to go and look for a song about busted and by extension start to busted afterwards. Me, I blame you for what you feel in your soul, where you listen and where you watch. Me, I blame you for that. And nobody can tell me about say your movies and them something, I do them something too. That's fine. Me, I bash them too. As long as it is something that is going to push you negativity in you, me, I beg you to try to cut that off. 2021 forward, you know. Jamaican crime rate. Jamaica's crime rate, way up. Murders, homicides, up, way up. Arson. Come on. I could see if you can chop that in half man, for 2021 and then chop that half in a half for 2022, man. You can't expect you're going to get a good pot of stew of positive energy if all you're putting inside of it is negativity. Or you're going to get a good pot afterwards with positivity. Come now, man. Reason with me, now, man. Talk to me, now, man. Drop a comment and talk to me. It's not possible for you to only have negative thoughts and expect positive results. Not possible. It's not possible. What are you going to do? Do me a favor. Add something to that ingredient. Change something to that ingredient. You know? Maybe you need to change your environment. Maybe a man them where you go around and be a negativity. So maybe you can be a positive person. Maybe the girl them where you go around and be a negative person. We are negative persons and you can't be positive around them. You are not a product of your environment, and I will say that out loud. You are not a product of your environment. You can come from the worst communities, as people call them. Because communities are made up of people, and there's people and their mentality make certain places stay certain ways. But there are good people everywhere we go. We can tell us, there are persons in especially some dark places where really and truly they are the lights in those places. And they are coming from them, however they want to build a community. And because they are persons who thinking only negativity and expect only negative results, then them as a positive person can't come in and can't do what they have to do. Community Development Association sometimes want to forward in and do something, but people is lucky that they go to the place and say, oh, Miss go to work and come back and do my thing. My daughter and my son alright. Until it reach their yard door, they step, then grill, and people tear off for them yard, or tear off for them car back, or tear off for them window, or tear off something for them place. Then become a problem. Come on, man. Let us change it. We are cook a different pot of stew in 2021. And we are only putting good, positive things inside of it. More the man them cut out the bus head something. More the man them cut out the chop off hand and that's something. Fine persons are entitled to their own creative works. Movies, musics, whatever. But it's how you use that as an individual to better your life. And basically put manifestations out there for your life and your family. Yaadi culture beg on say 2021 forward, see if you can change something. Jamaica, I'm set to your crime rate there way up. Man. And this can only be done. Me and you one can do this. We as individuals and then by extension collectively, a group. You see me? Jamaica and Jamaicans development begins with you. Continue to like, share, subscribe, and watch our content, share your content with a friend. But I love it when you give me a take, talk to me as it your perception of what it is that is happening on some of these corners. You see me? I don't have a problem with corners, don't get me wrong. Don't have a problem with corners. You see me? Because man need avenues sometimes to be stressed. And some of them corners provide that avenue. You go play a domino with your virgin, you go play some card pack, you go listen to some tune. You go hold a one shot at some people will take a one shot, some people will burn them one way, go do them something. And that's their thing and it works for them. But just don't make it turn into something negative, or because of where you are, you start to pre-negativity because of the environment, the people around you come with them something. You see me? If you can reduce listening to them violent songs, man, would have love that one. Man and man from corner, girl and girl in a salon, from wherever you're there. Me I beg you, let us change the mindset and what we put out there in the universe, by extension what we get back. You see me? Big up on yourself. Man, as I respect as always for the reasoning, and you know where to reach me for the continued discussion.
Today, I would like to talk to you briefly about the state of affairs of football in Jamaica. In recent weeks, a leaked voice note has been making the rounds on social media, allegedly involving National Representative Damian Lowe and the hierarchy of the Jamaica Football Federation, who were locked in intense negotiations for two friendly internationals between Jamaica and Saudi Arabia. Now, during that meeting, you would have heard the Jamaica Football Federation putting on the table what they could afford or they could not afford, and you would have heard Mr. Lowe, making his counter proposals on behalf of the players. Now, Lowe has been lauded by many persons who have listened to the voice note on the way he conducted himself. On the other hand, several persons, would have gone out and expressed their disgust at how the JFF representatives handled themselves in that meeting. And I must admit that I am one of those individuals who believe that, for too long, the JFF has been very ineffective. For too long, the JFF has been amateur in running the state of affairs of the nation's football. In 1998, we qualified for the World Cup, and a lot of credit was given to then JFF president, Captain Horace Burrell, who had the vision, who was able not only to have a vision, but sell that vision to corporate Jamaica and other stakeholders. And as a result, we had all hands on deck and we made it to the World Cup. Since then, we have struggled in our football and we have not appeared at another Senior Men's World Cup. And I attribute this mainly to the ineffectiveness of the Jamaica Football Federation. There's no way in 2021 players should be taking the field of play for Jamaica without having a written agreement. There's no way players should be representing the nation in 2021 and they have to be worrying about travel arrangements. In regards to this same issue, I was listening or watching an interview with former Reggae Boy striker Ricardo Fuller, who chimed in on the whole matter of the meeting between Mr. Lowe and the JFF. And Fuller lamented the issues that they faced 2 decades ago or a decade and a half ago representing Jamaica, and the fact that these players in 2021 are still dealing with these same issues. It's high time that the JFF get its house in order and start to operate as a professional body. Football is not just a sport, it's a business. And I expect Mr. Ricketts and his team to step up to the plate or demit office so that somebody else who has the wherewithal and the expertise can take over and drive the nation's football forward. Thank you.